In the Clutch Sports Talking More podcast. Joining me today, my co-host T. Will.
What it do? What it do?
How you doing today, T.
Man,
Will?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm blessed to see another day.
We got a special guest in the house today. Shall I say Hall of Famer Michael Clear?
Michael, no assist clear. let's get that clear.
He never saw a shot he didn't like.
No, man. A 501 break wasn't shit to him. He totally disregarded a 501 break.
Mike, how you doing today?
I'm doing great.
Hey, thanks for joining us, man.
I appreciate you guys, Terry. I appreciate the vote of confidence for the Hall of Fame.
You deserve it, my brother.
I appreciate that.
You deserve it.
Daryl, we appreciate that. Look forward to chopping it up with you guys on the show, man.
Yeah. What we're here today to discuss is the Treadwell High School Basketball Hall of Fame, the nominations and how a little bit how it works, or to try to elaborate on what we already have stated as far as trying to get everybody that came through Treadwell and was a good basketball player. And what kind of happened was we probably cut off the nomination period because since the last show came out, we had a lot of people reaching out about some people that we didn't include or forgot. They were a little upset too, which is good because it shows what kind of fire Treadwell people have.
No question.
We initially said that this was kind of in fun and games, but not really because we did want to take it serious. And if we left anybody off, it was unintentional. So we want to make sure we say that again. Anybody that was left off or not included, it was not intentional. But we got so much response that we just had to reopen it back up for nominations. We got some more people who are, from the research we've done, are deserving. So, Terry, I'm going to let you hit a little bit on, some of the stuff that we had talked about as far as, moving forward with this process.
Yeah, and to piggyback a little bit on what Daryl said, keep in mind, this was all done in fun and games. We wanted to do something to recognize our Treadwell alumni people, and let me just say this: we've done, I think, a hell of a job of getting the right people or getting the right information or doing our due diligence to come up with the people that we've actually had. And it's not something that we just came up with. We decided to put it in the hands of the alumni. We've asked, multiple times for those that we missed or anything like that to send your nominations to intheclutch@gmail.com. We've asked you to inbox us and different things like that. And like Daryl said, we got a lot of response and a lot of feedback, but we got a lot of people trickling in after the fact. So the only thing that I'm going to ask, in the future is, I know everybody don't look at podcasts. A lot of people don't look at the videos and they look at the visual stuff. But I ask you, if you could look at the videos and things, we have defined and outlined a lot of different things within that video of questions that you're sending to us. So those things are already answered. For example, we did our nominations. We did our veterans section within the video. Our unanimous Hall of Fame inductees, which include, Mike Clear, and we did all those. So you go out there and you look at the voting of the nominations and you don't see Michael Clear's name out there, and everybody thinks that, naturally coming back, man, where Clear? Where is his name? Where is that? Well, Clear's name is not on there because if you looked at the video, he was already inducted along with Chuck, which Elliot Perry, Penny Hardaway, and Rita Fundren. So those were the four that was actually unanimously inducted without a shadow of a doubt. So that's why those names are not on the list. But if you take the time to look at the video, everything was specified. We could have did a better job of communication to those that don't really look at videos. So what we're going to do is we're going to have, we still want you to look at the video. We want you to subscribe. subscribe to the podcast. But for those that absolutely just don't do that and it's not in them or whatever, we will have detailed explanations or the stuff that we go by within this alumni nomination process. We've got a lot, and I have to commend the Treadwell alumni because over the course of the last week and a half, I know I've allowed at least 60 new members onto the Treadwell alumni website, which is a good thing. So you got a lot of you current members in there that are inviting people, and they're joining at rapid pace. This is a win-win situation. Even though we our main goal for this particular show, where we were talking about the nominations and trying to recognize the Treadwell greats, but it's a win-win because we're adding more people to the alumni because we're going to be doing other events. Once this pandemic is over, we're going to be going back and doing the picnics and the sort of get together. It's just a blessing to still be around, whatever your year is, 25, 30, 35 years later. And it's just a blessing from God to be able to still be here. And I think we should sit up there and keep cherishing these memories and keep things going. So again, let's keep it all professional. Let's not argue over something that we plan to be good and be, special. It's okay to agree to disagree, but let's just make sure that we're doing this for the right reason. So that's pretty much what I got to say about it.
Yeah, and I just, I'll take the hit for it because we put it out and the nomination was open for like maybe 4 to 5 weeks. And, we had thought we had got everybody that we were going to get. And then it just so happened after the voting started and all of that, we just started getting flooded with why this and this person and all of that. So the one person that I know knows a lot of the players from the past and from the older generation and the younger generation is the man sitting right next to me, Michael Clear. So we wanted to bring him on the show so that he could kind of, let you guys know where we standing with this. It was some people that were left off that he definitely said need to be on there. And, like I said, don't charge to our head or our heart. It was just, we put the nominations out there and we ran with what we had because we were so excited about even doing this, for the basketball players and for Treadwell. And like Terry said, it's been a win-win because we've had at least 75, 80 people who've joined the alumni page since we started this. So, word of mouth is the best way to get any information out. So we want to thank you guys for the participation y'all have shown so far. Everybody's voted.
Kudos.
Yeah, and right now we're gonna open up the floor for Hall of Famer Michael Clear to just give his perspective and kind of let us know where we kind of messed up at and how we gonna change this and get this thing going in a better direction because it's already going in the right direction.
Well, I don't think that you guys messed up anything. I just think that we came in you guys started from an era where Coach Curry probably came in. Most of the nominees that I saw were probably from his days of coaching. The people that are probably reaching out now are going to probably be athletes that played before his era. So I was kind of caught in the middle of that. You know what I mean? I kind of know those people because I was a young guy, 8th grader, got to play with a lot of them as a young guy. So, it's some names on here that I'll call out, and a lot of the older alumni will be like, oh, yeah. Like one that come off the top of my head would be Robbie Hayes. You guys probably wouldn't know who Robbie Hayes were, but Robbie Hayes was probably one that we called him the Larry Bird at Treadwell High School because he looked like him, shot the ball like him, did everything almost like Larry Bird. But this guy averaged about 20-something a game, and you wouldn't know him. You know what I mean? Because you guys came a couple years, 3-4 years behind, so you wouldn't have known him. So a lot of these older alumni want to be added, and I can understand that. Yeah. Rightfully so, they deserve it, and but it's just it's a tremendous honor for you to even be recognized.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. For you to be recognized, I appreciate these guys voting me in, and I give back to the alumni association as much as I can. I go out, I do things with the alumni. So so make sure that you guys go on the Facebook page. Is it Facebook?
Yeah, it's on Facebook.
Facebook. What about YouTube?
Yeah, we're on YouTube.
Facebook.
Yeah, we share it to all those pages.
Yeah.
And I don't want to come across as rude or ugly or anything like this, but let me make
part of that you can't help.
Well, that's fine. I accept that.
My guy.
But
my guy.
Let's get one thing clear. Everybody that's nominated is not going to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. So let's get that clear. So the names that you see out there are nominations from your peers. It's up to you to sit up there and vote. That vote is going to account for, what did we say, Darryl? 25, 50%, somewhere up in there. Right. 25 to 50% of the vote. Wow. And the committee is going to make the final judgment, on that call. You have to, I know everybody has a, I'm trying to see what the word to use. I know everybody feels like that ever played sports or played, in this particular case, basketball at Treadwell, you should feel like you was the greatest or one of the greatest. You should. That should be in your mentality. But in the real world, in the real world, that doesn't equate to Hall of Fame status. And like I said, it's going to be some people that's uncomfortable with us. It's going to be some people that's uncomfortable with the decisions. These were your peers that, gave you a nomination. So if you wasn't nominated, that's one of the reasons, probably because, you may have not been known or whatever about certain errors, but it's not us that's making the nominations. It's you, the Treadwell alumni, that are making the nominations. And that does not equate to a Hall of Fame. If that's the case, then we can put everybody in.
Without question.
We can put everybody in, and that's not what we're trying to do. Yeah, we want it to be in fun, but in fairness, if you average 3.7 points a game, 1.2 rebounds, and 6 fouls, and you were nominated and you got 20 votes out there, odds are you're not getting in. So I don't want to sound ugly.
With them numbers?
Well, according to them, we get inboxes. We get inboxes with stats and stuff and all that. But keep in mind,
some of it just be laughable.
Well, some of it's laughable. Wow. But you come back out 20 years ago, don't forget that you still have some living people that was in your era that know you ain't did shit. Yeah. That know you ain't did shit. That know you were so far on the end of that bench, it wasn't even funny. Now, I hate to sit up there and say it like that, but what I'm saying is you got to take a self look at the mirror. We're glad. We appreciate everything you did. You were part of the team. We love you nevertheless. But does that make you a Hall of Famer? Absolutely not.
I would like to do something, Darryl, Terry. You guys don't mind. I'm going to call a few names out that I want to recognize. I don't know if they're on the nomination ballots or they've been grandfathered in, but they're going to be a lot of older players, former players that I thought in my era, possibly should be nominated.
And again, if someone is left off of this list, that doesn't mean you're not going to be on the list. This is just a list.
Well, this is just who this list. These people that I'm calling out now, I can literally vouch for. I think Elliot and a lot of other older alumni will be able to vouch for these people that it's deserving. It's deserving that they get in there. I think that,
and that's part of the criteria that we're using because we don't have access to actual stats. But if we know people who played in that era that can actually say, oh yeah, that guy was a hooper, or yeah, she was a baller, then we have no problem including those people. It's just that when we don't have any information and we don't have anything to back it up, it's kind of hard for us to just say, okay, we're going to put you in just because you got nominated. So understand that as we doing this process as well. But I think this is a good list that Mike got from what he's telling me.
These athletes, I think, early on, most people know Treadwell probably from, I'll say 84. You say 85, but I would say 84 with Demetri Marshall, that team all of us was on, me, Chuck, Dora Hopper, all of us. I think I think it started there. You know what I'm saying? We had a string of kids that came out of Treadwell, man, that went on and did some good things. You know what I mean? But they had hell of a careers at Treadwell. I mean, we started spitting them out at one point, man. We were spitting them out. Think about it now. I joke with people all the time about Treadwell versus everybody else. You know, I keep hearing Melrose and Hamilton, and I always have to say, well, who run your city? If I'm not mistaken, at the University of Memphis, that head coach that turned that program around, he alumni of Treadwell, right?
Last time I heard,
Ellie Perry. Penn Holloway.
Yep.
And then we got a minority owner and somebody that's deep in the community that's doing great things in Ellie Perry.
Yep.
You know what I mean? You got a young lady that played basketball, Krista Oliver, who's senior VP at Federal Express. I mean, we got athletes that came out of Treadwell, man, that's doing some great stuff. Yep. You know what I mean? So we don't want to underestimate these people.
No, and we want them on the list. I mean, that's what I'm saying. So that's why we're taking, you know, this is coming from a Hall of Famer that was inducted in. So who would know better in those eras? So we won't question any of these. And in my personal opinion, they should be automatically grandfathered in with the rest. So
I agree. I'm gonna spit off a few. They ain't in no order and no classes or nothing. But these are athletes at Treadwell that when I came up, they was mentors, but they were the athletes that we looked up to. If y'all, you know, Darryl always say, man, Clear was the one I looked up to coming behind him. Well, Robert Knox is one that I looked up to. Elliot and he lived around the corner from us. You know what I'm saying? Robert Knox was one. Ike Patterson was one. Ollie Glass was one. Zach Sanders, Lord rest his soul, Zach just passed about some months ago. But Zach was very instrumental in my upbringing. He come out in the 70s. Robbie Hayes, most of the era of the 80s, they know Robbie Hayes. They know Robbie Hayes. Ray McDowell, y'all know his brother, the famous Hank McDowell. A lot of people didn't know he had a little brother, Ray McDowell, 6'7", averaged about 18 a game. You know what I mean? Good player. Stephon Coleman, I thought, was another one that's not getting the attention he deserved. Terrence Moore, my favorite. A lot of people gonna say they're gonna question this because of his character, but you guys said athletic wise in basketball, right? If that's what, or his character included in that? Because I have to ask that question.
No,
because what he did on the floor, what he did on the floor now is one thing, but now what he did out in the community, that's something totally different.
Well, we stayed away from that. We kept it. We stayed away from what you did outside because we got other couple of people that are already in there with questionable things that happens. But we wanted to keep this happy and good. So it's what you've done on the court.
Okay, good. Tommy Lee Waller. My guy, Tommy Lee Waller, man, a great athlete. That guy there probably going in two different sports, probably football. If you do a football Hall of Fame, he going in that as well. So, and then on the female side, without a doubt, the Cooper clan. I call them the Cooper clan. Sharon Cooper, Linda Cooper, and Angela Cooper. They pretty much epitomized the female game for us back in the day. I think Rita come behind them. You know what I'm saying? We all know Rita Fondren.
Right.
But these young ladies right here probably they didn't do it as good as Rita. You know what I'm saying? But they was, you know, midway with Rita. I'd say.
And see, this is all the information that we need, that we ask for, you know, better, I'll say better late than never.
Without question. And I tell you a couple of other sisters, Sharita Greer, Shavonda Greer, those two there, man, hell of athletes, man. Debbie Adams, of course, most people know Debbie Adams is an incident, and we won't go into that. But Derwin Martin, when you guys get a chance, call Derwin Martin. He'll tell you about that incident there with Debbie Adams. I cannot leave this young lady here off here. I got a call from the guys, and they was asking me about my opinion about certain athletes, and this young lady's name came up. And before it come out of Darryl's mouth, shoot, yeah, she go on there. So I heard she made a phone call wanting to know why.
I got a few inboxes.
But this particular one, I know for certain should be in there. I mean, I'm not just talking. I thought this person here, we call her Nisi Glass, but her real name is Angela Glass. And
yeah, because we got a bad comment on YouTube that we didn't know what we were doing.
Well, Angela, they didn't know. They didn't see you play. They didn't see a lot of your classmates play. So it's hard for Terry and Daryl to evaluate someone that they never seen play.
It's the way you come across. This is fun and games. I mean, how can you get criticized for something that you didn't know? I mean, you go out there, the post, the videos speak for themselves. We said do not take it personable. We didn't know everybody. If you know anybody, we beg. Not only we ask for help, we beg for help. So I feel like we demand the respect that you would want to be given. So to go out there and put a bad thing because of something like that, to me is a little bit childish. So and that's my personal opinion. I can understand how you may be upset, but it's always a way of doing things.
Well, I will say this to you: kudos to you and Daryl for going back. You know what I mean? And recognizing these athletes because they deserve it. And they sweated at Treadwell High School just like myself, Elliot, and Penny, and Rita, and so they deserve it. You know what I mean? But it's
never
not
personal.
It's not personal.
It's not personal. We didn't know. That's what we trying to do. We trying to get this alumni and get this Hall of Fame thing. This is something we really wanted to do. So why would we personally first of all, not even knowing you, why would we not want you to be in? This is something we want to be successful, and we want all the greats to be recognized. So please take that into consideration. But at the same time, there's an integrity clause that comes with this. And I don't want to offend anybody, but for example, and we were talking about some coaches, and somebody,
I brought it up.
Well, I know you brought it up, but I'll get to that later. But somebody told me, Coach Adams should be in the Hall of Fame. Well, this is what I would tell you to this. Coach Adams was a great man, a great coach over there at Treadwell, but he is not Hall of Fame worthy. He was over there 15 years, and he may have 15 wins. So what equates? Well,
that's not true. Wait a minute. Whoa. I can't let you beat him up like that because once again, with Mildred Turner and Angela Glass, now he did win games. He didn't win in your era.
Okay,
he did win that. Now he did get to the sub-states and all that early on.
Okay,
but that's why I kept saying, you guys didn't see it and nobody ever brought it to your attention. So
I guess what I'm saying. So just say for the sake of argument.
Okay,
I could be wrong.
Okay,
but for the sake of argument, before 1984, he did those things. Just say he had.
That's true.
He had a 87. Well, he ain't had that high, but just say we'll give him a.
He had about 65. He had about 65-70% winning.
Okay, 65-70%. But from 85 all the way to whenever he ended, he had 10%.
Yeah.
So if you, I'm telling you what I know. I can't tell you from that side of it.
We'll save all of that for another show.
Okay, yeah, we'll save
that for the who got in and who didn't get in.
Right, but what I'm trying to say is it's not poking fun at Coach Allen. What I'm trying to say is the criteria. So just because he was a great father figure, a great mentor, a great coach, does not make you automatically get into the Hall of Fame. Is all I'm saying.
Well,
so
tell me this. That's a good example. But then I have one question. So then do Robert Randolph get in?
Coach Randolph in there.
I'm just saying. He's supposed to get in, right?
He's in there.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
Oh, yeah. But see, if you would have looked at the video, you would have known that.
Well, I looked at the video.
But evidently you didn't if you asked me if Coach Randolph was in there.
Thank you, Director. The Director said it's time to move on.
Yeah, we need to... basically, we just wanted to let everybody know that we was revamping the process.
Yeah.
And we're about to have a hard cutoff. So November the 30th, we were supposed to have a Thanksgiving show inducting everybody and making a big spiel about that. But since we got all these other people coming in, we want to make sure we give everybody a chance to put in these nominations and give us enough time to do a little research on them and this and that. So we make it a cutoff November 30th. After November the 30th, we will not be taking any more nominations. We will not be adding anybody else. If we do, it'll be next year sometime if we decide to do another round of people getting in.
And another thing, let me add to this because I think this is what's happening. You know, you got a lot of old alumni who's not on the website, all right, and they're hearing word of mouth. And so, of course, they are, well, you know, why so-and-so ain't on there. So, whoever's listening to the podcast and you know of anyone in that era, then nominate them. That makes sense, right?
Yeah, that makes
just nominate them. And then let them know to look at the video. They may be already on there.
Right.
I mean, right?
Right.
And even more importantly, join the Treadwell Alumni.
Join alumni. Yeah, join the association.
I know it's different pages out there, but whoever is out here spreading the word of mouth or saying this and that, they can direct them to the right Treadwell alumni page. And I think if we did that, because that was the other purpose of us doing this, to try to get everybody together and get them, you know, get traffic coming to that page. So when we do put out stuff, it's in one spot and you don't have to get it from here and there and all of that. And before I gotta say this, Pam Glass, I just want to let you know that I got all your nominations. It was like a list of 10 people, and I'm going to get that list to Mike, and Mike's going to go down that list and let me know who's deserving and all of this. So it won't be on me.
Whoa. It's not who's deserving. Let me. I'm
you better
not.
watch that
I'm
cat.
not.
That cat, look, he tried to take it off him. Put it on you.
Hold down there. All I'm going to do is verify those that are on the list that I know or that I know someone that does know what they did.
Real quick.
Yeah, he did. Don't get me. I'm sorry. I'm just. Hey, I'm coming in here to try to bridge the gap. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to bridge the gap.
I'm just going by what Pam said because she told me if I wanted to know, I should ask Michael Clear.
She right. Okay. In majority of them, she right.
So if he say it's a no go, Pam, don't blame it on me.
Blame me. Blame me. I'll take that, Pam. Mike Clear will take that. Whoever on that list, I'm gonna go down that list
and if he say no, inbox Michael Clear.
Inbox me.
Yeah. Hold on. This is we're recording this show right now. We're not
without
live.
Question.
I just got a inbox from Pamela Glass, and it says, or you can just invite me to the show.
We would love to have you on the show.
Definitely love to have you on the show. And with that being said, we're gonna end the show now because we don't want to make this a long video. We want you guys to check it out, so we ain't gonna make it too long. But once again, we're not doing anything intentional. If anybody's left off, it's not on purpose. Hard cutoff is November the 30th of this year. After that, we will have no more nominations.
Hey, one more thing, because I think we need to be clear. We said that we weren't going to do the tiers. Let's talk about the class.
We don't talk about none of that.
We
don't.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
No, we ain't gonna talk about none of that now. We just gonna. That'll be for another show. I want to cut it off now because I want to give Mike a chance to talk about some of the stuff that he's doing right now. And I don't want to run too long. So if there's anything that you want to go over real quick.
Without question. Several things we got going. Since the alumni, I know Terry and them don't know this, but we have a scholarship in honor of Coach Garma G. Curry for a student athlete to go to Lane College. We supply, right now, we supply up to about, I think it's like $3,500 a semester for one kid. We're constantly trying to raise more money to grow that scholarship and get 2-3 more kids in there. So, you guys can email me, Facebox me. I can give you whatever you need on that. We're operating out of School Seed. It's part of the Shelby County School Education Fund. And so your money is 501c3. It's tax deductible, so you get a tax write-off with it, and you're helping a worthy cause. You're helping Coach Curry, I think, is one of the most phenomenal men I've met at Treadwell High School. So I don't know, all of us can say that. I know a lot of people don't really know him. I think Coach Curry got a bad rap a lot of times because of the aggressiveness, you know what I mean, who he was. He fought for his kids, you know what I mean? Coach gonna fight for all of us. So, man, hats off to that family though. And the other thing is, for all you gurus, all you couch potatoes, you know, I got a partner of mine, Daryl earlier. You know, I'm finna get Terry on board with me. Don't worry about it.
No,
I created a fitness company called Clear the Way Elite Fitness. Okay, and we have programs for everyone, not just athletes. We do cater to athletes, but our program is for everyone. You know, from probably 3 years old all the way up to 100.
And Daryl Daughter told you about to kill her. You
Daryl Daughter is a superior athlete, sir.
Okay, I'm a superior athlete.
No,
too.
You're not, sir.
Yeah,
sir. You're over.
Anybody
over 45, they goes in another program. And allow us to operate that program, sir.
I think I'm gonna stick with my regular routine.
See what I mean? See what I'm talking about?
And you know what that is.
Before this is over with, guys, I promise you, them guys will be with me. They gonna love it. Their wives gonna love it. I wish you guys would come out.
I'll come out and do some commentary. And you know, and try to promote.
Well, why wouldn't you want to be healthy, Terry?
I want to be healthy, but
why can't you do it?
We'll make sure we get all this information out to you guys.
Yeah,
we need to close out the show.
Man, that's cold, Terry.
Yeah, what's wrong with you?
What's wrong with this guy?
Yeah,
well, we're gonna close out the show. I'll definitely be back on with these guys on another show.
Yeah,
I appreciate everything you guys are doing.
Actually, we got another show we're about to record. I'm more anxious to get to that right now than what we talking about here.
Yeah,
we'll let you.
But we appreciate it.
We'll let you get that, and we'll get all this information out there to you guys. But other than that, we were in the clutch.
In the clutch.
In the clutch. Take care.
We're out.
Peace.
They don't wanna see me. Don't wanna wake up out my sleep because the drama hurts. Now all my life they considered Mungo to be the worst. Only thing these niggas wanna do is argue, fuss, and curse. Label Mungo a outcast soon as mama gave me birth. Sometimes I wish I was that nigga laying in that hearse. My head start hurting, feeling like my brain bound to burst. Grandma telling me, boy, you need to get with God first. Get on your hands and knees and pray, she guarantees it works. She say every Sunday I need to be the first thing in a church. And damn it's sad cause she know her grandbaby doing dirt. But life is hard when you live in a world that's filled with stress. And peace I want to rest, it got me feeling so depressed. I wonder is my life on earth just really truly worthless? Am I here for a reason? Do my life serve a purpose? I wanna put that pistol to my head and squeeze the trigger. No one would really care. It's just another nigga. If I end my life tonight, I often wonder how it be. When y'all shed tears for me, I bet you hell a sight to see. But when I'm dead and gone, I think I'll be better off. At least I know where I'm going. Right now I'm just out here lost. Pay a cost to be the boss.